70% of people in my village are engaged in fishing, and a lot of motors are used in the boats. But we lack experience in servicing and fixing. So we talked about the need for training and knowledge in mechanics. This would help us when we face problems at sea.
The
notion of Dalkasem proposed in the Community Council became a reality when the local administration of Naka, Renang Province coordinated with outside organisation to find trainers in boat mechanics for villages. From the starting point, the local administrative of Naka went further to set up a community dockyard in response to the people's wishes. They can now build and repair motorboats without travelling to the city. Such is one role played by a local government organisation in Thailand, working in partnership with and as the coordinator for the benefit of local people. A local government organisation is a development agency at the grassroots level, staying close to the people and in a position to respond to requirements of local residents. However, several local government organisations operated without people's participation and failed to respond to requirements of all groups in the locality. Some were in need of accurate data for decision-making, lacked systematic data gathering system and personnel in charge of various work plans.
Talking about the potentials of local government organisations, we have to admit that there are a lot of limitations in terms of capacity, skills and knowledge. So if we cannot expeditiously build capacity and enhance the potentials of local government organisations, decentralisation will fail.
The capacity building plan for local government organisation has thus been implemented alongside the livelihood recovery of tsunami-affected communities, at the cooperation among the Department of Local Administration, Thailand Environment Institute and UN Habitat. According to the work plan, the local government organisation is motivated to use its existing skills for effective operation in response to the needs of local people, with the people's participation as much as possible. NGO personnel joined the efforts by advising and training officials of local government organisations on project management with people's participation, so that they are able to formulate plans and projects jointly and effectively. The development project of local administrative organisation of Naka, Renang Province, was extended to join with other groups in the community. When a group of residents set up a conservation club to look after local natural resources and initiated the survey project of Naka Canal Nature Study Trail for tourism, the Naka Administrative Organisation was aware of benefits to be derived by the community and moved in to support their project.
They are a group of people imbued with environmental awareness and appreciation for nature. But villagers' grouping is not always stable due to the lack of funds. As we found that they worked in the same direction as our community, aiming to promote jobs and income for the people, our local administrative organisation jumped in to provide support.
The Conservation Club also joined with the Wildlife Reserve area, bringing officials to impart knowledge and create understanding in the conservation of nature to villagers, while involving forestry officials in the community's tourism activities.
Administrators have to bear in mind the need to build up close relations with the community and always welcome community participation in development planning and in creating common vision of the future.
At present, Naka Canal has become a new tourism site of the community, with more and more tourists visiting the area to experience the pristine nature and bringing income which could benefit the local residents. The small village clearly differed from other villages in the same area, as households were distinctively tidy and garbage bins were not placed in the front. This was the pilot project of a garbage-free community of the local administrative organisation of Bangwan, Pangar Province, formulated at a general meeting of community members to solve problems of sicknesses and diseases caused by unhygienic conditions. Before the adoption of the project, the village was full of waste, left around houses and on the wayside, bringing it a disrepute as one of the filthiest villages of the province. Such a sad state has now gone. Community leaders launched a campaign to make people aware of the need to keep the village clean and free from garbage and health hazards caused by uncollected waste.
We create awareness among residents, inducing garbage separation, and also inform them that garbage is the problem created by us. We have to take responsibility for it, not leave it to others.
Bangwan Administrative Organisation also formulated a project to promote catfish raising for consumption among villagers. This was done providing loans to local groups for the raising of catfish and flying parch in old mines, and the provision of cement wells for catfish raising in the homes for consumption and additional incomes.
The real challenge is the severe lack of information at the local government organisation. It does not know if its area of coverage or what resources it has, what potentials, limitations or pollutions. A good database for the local government organisation is therefore a major challenge.
This group of villagers is building paths in the mangrove forest to make nature study trails, a project thought up by local administrative organisation of Kokau Island, Pangar Province, to make the community aware of the importance of mangrove forest conservation. With the heightened awareness on the importance of the mangrove achieved through real-life experiences when facing the tsunami disaster, they sought ways to extend the concept on conservation of the mangrove forest. And the Nature Study Trail project seemed to be the clearest answer. They also stressed the importance of the young generations in the project as the only way to preserve the richness of the mangrove forest in the future. The Youth Conservation Camp was launched to create awareness among young people, making them proud of the precious resources around their homes. And of course, they were the first group to use the nature study trails, jointly created by the older people in the village. Village Chief, who initiated the project, served as their guide, introducing plants and various lives in the mangrove forest to them. Although the entire nature study trails covered not a great distance, they went a long way in creating the awareness in the conservation of precious mangrove forest resources among youth, who would serve as the major force in conservation efforts in the future. The sustainability of the process and various projects in the local area depends largely on people's participation. Success can never be achieved if community leaders neglect participation of community members.
It is our policy that the area and the locality must work together in the same direction. This will strengthen the community. If we work separately, people will not benefit. If we are in conflict, the work will fail. The problem is not just linked to money or technology or the law. What is needed is the body of knowledge, how to analyze the problem, how to make friends, to create partnership among local organizations to develop together.
Life goes on after the tsunami, whether there is local government organisation or not. But the strength of the local government organisation as a major partner in the development with community participation makes people's life more wholesome and stable.